So I run Unfold, which is a digital design and development agency. So we work with SMEs, startups, and scaling businesses to help them build technology. So we create software, web applications, websites. We've been going for 7 years now, based in Bristol. I think the thing that really appealed to me about Tab was the chance to learn from lots of different businesses in lots of different sectors. We're a digital agency, and there are lots of support groups that are made up of lots of agencies, but actually the brilliant thing about Tab was getting the perspective of different types of businesses, so that's what really stood it out against sort of the different options that we looked at. So yeah, in that regard it's been brilliant. Through Tab I get held accountable in lots of different ways. So Jonathan, my coach, is brilliant. He sets, or we set together 90-day objectives, which are brilliant. It keeps me kind of on track and focused on what I need to be working on. And then through the monthly board sessions, I also make a commitment to my peer group, which again keeps the sort of the accountability high, so that I know every time I go into the board meeting I'm going to have to say how I got on with my commitment from the last month. And it's just those really small, simple things that make a big difference to keeping us doing the right things. I think one of the things that's been brilliant about Tab has been the idea that you look at your personal vision as well as your company vision. So not just thinking about how I want the business to succeed, but also how that plays into how that relates to what I'm doing personally. And I think that's really been helpful, because the two things are very intertwined, and actually Tab looks at that in a very cohesive way rather than it just being sort of purely business focused. I get a huge amount of value from Tab. I think the exposure to lots of different viewpoints and being held accountable is obviously a massive part of that. You obviously get the fantastic coaching sessions one-on-one, which is a chance to really chew through problems that only you as a business owner are facing, which you perhaps can't talk about with your team. And then I think the board is brilliant because it brings different perspectives, but also is great for sort of validating ideas, but also calling you out when you're making mistakes or trying to help you avoid those mistakes, and yeah, putting you back on the right path. I think that's been brilliant. Our turnover and profit has definitely improved since we've joined Tab. I think we've been members for just over 2 years now. Last year was our best year to date by some margin. I think we grew about 35% on the year before, and that's no doubt has been through the help and advice that I've had from Tab and the Tab board. So hopefully we can replicate that going forward as well.